Friends, welcome to the teleconferencing session of School of Agriculture. You know, we have covered the course 2, block 1 during the last teleconferencing session. Today we are going to take the block 2 of the course Principles of Post-Harvest Management of Fruit and Vegetables. The title is Post-Harvest Treatment. We have with us Dr. Khurdia, who is the coordinator and expert on this subject. So he will be sharing what are the important components under this block. This contains 2 units, so he will be explaining the brief about these 2 units. I request Dr. Khurdia to explain the block 2 post-harvest treatment, please.
Good morning, viewers. In this course, that is a principle of post-harvest management of fruits and vegetables, we have 4 blocks, and this is the second block we are going to discuss today, that is a post-harvest treatment, and this block has 2 units. These units are dealing with the preparations of the fresh fruit and vegetables, how to market it, how to store it, how to transport it, and these are the 2 units we are going to discuss today. The post-harvest treatments. So what is the need of this post-harvest treatment? That is the question arises, and especially for the treatments of the fresh fruit and vegetables. So what are the fresh fruit and vegetables? How they vary? So we can know the background before discussing with the need of the post-harvest treatment. These fruit and vegetables, they are differ with the morphological structures, maybe roots, stems, leaves, flowers, fruits, etc., because different parts are edible, and composition also, that is physical and chemical components in terms of its carbohydrate, protein and other minerals, vitamins. Then physiology, what is the transpiration, respiration, ripening, they differ with the different type of fruit and vegetables. And these fruit and vegetables which are high in moisture and soft in texture, they are subjected to desiccation, drying and mechanical damage, shriveling also, so that will cause this spoilage also, these things. Sometimes when there is an injury or scarce, they are being attacked by the bacteria and fungi, and they cause the pathological spoilage. Under these circumstances, when these are spoiled and variable also, to how to get them in a suitable form, economically, to hand of the consumers. So we do the post-harvest operation and treatments, and these have the aims to uniform size, uniform shape, properly packed and more shelf life. So they are safe from the microbial point of view and other quality parameters. To considering that one, that help these post-harvest operation treatments. So now we come what are the post-harvest operations. If we see the post-harvest operations, they are cleaning, selection, sorting, grading and packaging. How these post-harvest operations they are useful, increase the attractiveness, maintain quality, and increase the storage life that we want of the fresh fruit and vegetables, which can be achieved through the post-harvest operations. So if we take this operation one by one, that is the cleaning. During cleaning, we clean them also by washing or brushing. That improves the appearance, prevent wilting, remove soil and other materials which are adhered to the surface of the fruit and vegetables, and remove inoculum of the pathogens. These inoculum of the pathogens which cause the spoilage, so they must be removed before we proceed further also. So what the cleaning operations involve? The washing. Washing, you need a clean water. Sometimes chlorine can be added 200 ppm, so that can remove the surface disinfections, and pressurized water remove the soil or especially of the root vein materials. This washer may be rotary drum machines, barrel washer, bush washer. So after this washing, the excess water should be removed. It can be removed by manually by just wrapping with the clothes, other things, or by machine drying, so there can be moisture is removed. Just like we dry the clothes, similarly we can dry the fruit and vegetables also. So then dry cleaning, sometimes the fruit and vegetables, say for case of the potato, if you wash it, sometimes it is liable to be spoiled quicker than the dry wash fruits, dry wash vegetables or these potatoes. In dry washing, we do not add water. It is without water is being dry cleaning done, that is by machine or with brushes. Brush, they clean them also, loosen the soil and adhering materials, remove by aspirations, and the vibration mesh belt, there is the upward vertical air blast, they can remove this all foreign material and soil and other things which are adhere on the surface of the fruit and vegetables. Then trimming is done. Trimming is the removal of the unwanted parts on the fruit and vegetables which come along with the harvested material. In many terms of leaves, stems, root prior to packaging and storage, they are cleaned and they are trimmed. So by trimming, you just improve the attractiveness of the produce, reduce the storage space because remove the unwanted materials, and especially in case of the lettuce, cabbage and cauliflower, this must be done in order to trim it to have a better quality of the produce. Then next come the selections. The selection based on either is a grower concern, consumer preference and processor interest. What these three type of agencies they want this fruit and vegetables to be. If you take the grower concern, which have the least cost of cultivations, high marketable yield and maximum profit. This is a concern to the grower. Then consumer preference is acceptability, which is acceptable to the quality point of view, attractiveness and organoleptic quality must be there. Of course, the prices should be minimum as possible also. What the processor interests, he want the good color, flavor and texture which can retain quality just after the processing also. So if we see the overall quality of the fresh produce, they cannot be improved after the harvest. The peak of the quality, it being the harvested, and that quality can be maintained but cannot be improved further. If you do not take care, then quality can deteriorate also. So this quality depends upon the temperature and relative humidity. Sometimes I say that these are the two friends. If we control the temperature and relative humidity, if they are out of control, they become enemy number one and they deteriorate the quality. Sometimes they cause the spoilage also. So that must be maintained. What are the quality attributes? The quality attributes, if we see that the first is appearance, what it looks like, what is the size, shape, its color. Then condition and absence of the defects would be as minimum as possible also. Then texture is the firmness of the fruits and vegetable, that is also very important. Flavor, the nutritional value. If the nutritional value they are deprived of that one, then nobody is going to buy that one because they are being eaten for quality point of view, for the nutritional value, maybe in terms of carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, minerals, like that also. Then how to control ripening, because this ripening is such a system which improves the color in case of say tomato, mango and banana. If you see the unripe fruits, their color is quite different. But after ripening, the color changes very attractiveness. Tomato red color, mango yellow color and banana also yellow color also. So nowadays we have the latest storage, that is a CA, control atmosphere or modified storage, which can extend the storage life and maintain the quality throughout the storage also. So what are these quality parameters and how we can use them also? I have given one example here, the brinjal, tomato, onion and banana. What are the quality attributes, and they on that can be preferred on that, whether is a grower concern or a processor concern or the customer concern. Say take the example of the brinjal. Shape is round, long, oblong. Color is purple, green, white, variegated. Size is large round or small round. Tomato is sour and juicy, non-juicy, pulpy or fleshy. Onion, white or red. Banana, red or yellow. So depending upon these characteristics, these three people, whether as a grower or the consumer or the processor, then select on this basis of the quality attribute also. So when you select the certain fruit and vegetables, depend upon this quality what I have earlier said, that one also. So then the grower has to see the good seed, genetically pure variety, they should select it for that one, that gives the uniform produce of proper maturity, minimizing the post-harvest problems, and hybrids especially say the tomato, which are thick skin and good for the distance market. But the thin skin tomato cannot be put for the distance market, only for local market also. So these grower they can select also. Then processor interest after the fruit and vegetables come into the market, that consider the specific requirement for processing industry. Any special requirement for processing industry, just for example the mango. Mango, what they want the processor is with more pulp and good quality pulp. So Totapuri can give the good pulp percentage, maybe 40 to 50%. Quality, if you want, then we can have a Dasari, Amrapali, Mallika, which have the highly yellow colored, golden color, and that give the vitamin A also. In case of tomato, high TSS, total soluble salt, is required for processing. In case of onion is white, high TSS is required especially for dehydration. So based on this quality and the processor, select them these fruit and vegetables which give the better quality in the processed product also.
Dr. Khudi, can you tell us what is the need for the packaging house? Because after the sorting, we go for the packaging of the things.
Yes, because in a previous time we used to go in the market, take the bag along with us and buy these commodities also. In between, during after some time, then we have the polythene pouches also. Nowadays polythene pouches has been also banned. So we have to take our bags to buy these commodities. So packaging is also very important. And you see the before packaging, there is a concept of the packaging house. As you know, that in India we do not have any packaging house concept. Generally the fruit and vegetables which are harvested from the orchard, they are taken to under the shade of the tree, and where that other operations, handling, sorting, grading is being done. But in the developed country they have a concept of packaging house. So they take all this produce after harvest to the packaging house, which is nearby to the field in the orchards, and where they do all the operations. So that way the need of the packaging house is more important, because at that there is packaging house, they can do the sorting also. The sorting just to remove the undersize, oversize, underripe, misshapen and damaged fruit and vegetables. And this can also meet the requirement of the grade. There are certain grades which have been established by central government, state government or marketing agencies. What grades are there? And based on these grades, this sorting is being done. So this sometimes the remain after the grading, the cull fruit and vegetables which are not specific quality and which oversize or above size, unripened, not properly. So they can be utilized for the processing products also, processing industry. And here you can, some example is there, a citrus peel which can be used for preparation of the essential oil or pectin. For starch preparation we can use the mango seed kernel or potato. And for natural color, the grape, jamun, falsa, carrot can be used. Or this cull fruit and vegetables used for the animal feed, biogas and compost also. So by sorting can done by either manually, by hand or by machine. In machine, graded fruit and vegetables on a belt, a roller conveyor or by electronic sorting, they can be graded also, these things. So what is the grading? The question comes, what is the grades? How we do the grading, that is more important. Then grading, the graded fruit and vegetables, they bring the good return, suitable return commensurate with the quality. So what is the considerable variations is there, and these considerable variations are the considered for the grading also. Say genetics, agronomic factor, soundness, firmness, cleanliness, size, weight, color, shape, maturity, freedom from disease, mechanical injury, insect damage, etc. These are become the basis of the gradings. So we can have the three grades, say grade extra grade, grade 1, grade 2. This grading can be done either manually or by mechanically also. And they have their characteristics. Grade, say extra grade, have the best quality and there is no defects, no disease, no mechanical injury. But grade 1, these are similar to 1, but we can allow 5%. In grade 2, we allow 10% of the some damage, other things also. And depending upon the grades, you will find the prices also in the market. So what are the grading equipments which can help us to grade this produce? So quality to be graded. Generally, these are the basis of size, mass, color, profile, optical properties, firmness, and resilience. And these important considerations of the equipment is considered that this machine should handle the different crops, not only the one crops. And the gentle handling of the produce and initial capital cost, this will consider to select the grading equipment also. So the types of graders, we have the screen graders, belt in holes of the different size, barrel screen graders used generally for onion, carrot, beet and citrus. There are diverging belt graders, roller grader, they are used for orange, apple, tomato. Other graders are link, iris, mass grader, basis of the weight also. Then certain grading can done by optical methods based on the color, sensing that the green, yellow or red, or photoelectric techniques. These electronics, photoelectric basis, they can select the color. Either they pick the green out of the other things, or pick the yellow, or pick the red. Suppose mature, ripened fruit, they pick the only red and separate it from the whole mass it also, by mechanically also these things. Then manual inspection and grading is also important. Sometimes unusual physical characteristics, size, just like grapes. A bunch is there, banana cluster is there. So by hand we can inspect and grade them also, sort them, what is the required grade to us. And workers sit along with the side a moving flat belt and they can help us and select this grading also these things. So by this we can have a good grades of the fruit and vegetables can put in the market also.
Now in the packaging, the basic purpose of packaging is to provide protection to the fruit and vegetables during transportation, storage and marketing. And now we see nowadays in the market new type of packaging materials are also available. I think Dr. Khudia, we should explain them about the packaging also, the new trends which are coming about the packaging, please.
Yes, I fully agree that the consumer pack is for retail, for consumer pack or for the restaurant. Different type of packages can be utilized for the fresh food and vegetables. So let us see first why we do the packaging, all these things. The packaging is being done just to provide the protections. Protection during transportation, storage and marketing. So there should not be any injury to the fresh produce. Then packaging is a assembling of the produce in a container units for handling, that is called packaging. You just put 2, 3 or depend upon the kgs or depend on the number of the fruit and vegetables in a package and assemble it. That is system is called packaging. Then there is a pre-packaging where you pre-package only the few units. Just like I say the cabbage, one cabbage is you wrap with the polythene and number of this cauliflowers then you put in a containers. So this is pre-packaging also important. Protect the individual commodities and then they are packed into the bigger container. So number of the commodities can be produced to protect the whole mass also. So materials for these pre-packages can be a plastic films, nylon net bags, paper bag, pulp tray and open weaver hashing bags also. For big containers they can be big bags, wood just like a 10 kg or 20 kg like that, wooden boxes, bamboo basket, corrugated fiberboard boxes and plastic crates. So these are the different types of pre-packaging and packaging materials. So what is the standard package? International level organizations have revealed that a package of 30 liter capacity which can hold about the 20 kg of the produce. Fruits which have 15 liters package, about 10 kg of the produce they can hold it also. For vegetables it is 36 liter package to can hold the 24 kg. So depending upon the how to handle to them this package, they have been standardized and they can pack the 10 kg, 24 kg and 20 kg depending upon the nature of the fruit and vegetables. There are some important aspect of the packaging that I am going to discuss that one. While packaging, what packaging is required system, that is a cushioning material. Cushioning material just to hold these fruit and vegetables, not allowed to be damaged during packaging. There is a thermocol, dry grass, paddy stain and paper strips. What they do, they absorb vibration and compression during the transportation, handling and storage, able to dissipate heat of the respiration of produce, free from infection they should be, and should not injure the soft fruit, should be physiologically inactive. If they are active, then they can cause the deterioration changes in the fruit and vegetables. In the package there should be ventilating holes which reduce the water loss, prevent condensation of moisture, allow some gas exchange for respirations, prevent anaerobic respiration which causes the off flavor. So the ventilating hole is a must in the packages also. Then ripening, for delay ripening, they remove the ethylene developed in the packages. It can be removed. This ethylene can be removed by scrubber or by foam like blotting paper, which are impregnated by potassium permanganates, which absorb this ethylene, and that's why delay the ripening also these things. So in nutshell, if I say that polythene film lined corrugated fiberboard boxes with ventilating holes, a good container of pre-packaged units for fruit and vegetables. So if that package is considered, we can maintain the quality during the handling, transportation, storage and marketing till the consumers buy it and bring to its home and get the good quality fruit and vegetables under this package also these things.
Friends, this was the covered, Dr. Khudi has covered the unit 1, that is the operation, what is the post-harvest operations. Now we will be discussing the next unit, post-harvest treatments. What are the treatments which can be given and which can extend the shelf life of the product? So I will request Dr. Khudia to now explain what is the treatment and what type of treatments we give it to, particularly to the fruit and vegetables, please.
These treatments, any things which are treated are given prior to storage, prior to marketing, prior to packaging. So these are called the treatments, and you will find the fruit and vegetables which have the reserve storage of the food material, nutrients, carbohydrate, proteins, and they are plenty, then they should be stored properly so they can be utilized or available after storage after some time. In the seasons we harvest it and we can keep it for, depending upon the nature of the fruit and vegetables, types of the fruit and vegetables, for 1 week to 6 months also, depending upon the storage conditions. So these fruit and vegetables which are highly perishable and owing to the high moisture content, they should be given a proper treatment so they can retain its quality for longer durations. And so all marketing operations. So what are these treatments? These treatments we can name them as a pre-cooling, curing, inhibition of sprouting, fungicide application, ripening. All these treatments play an important role to prolong the storage life of the fruit and vegetables and to maintain its quality also. So what is the pre-cooling? As you see that if you fruit and vegetables you touch in the where is the tree, near when you touch the tree, you will find it still hot. If you take it, harvest it, and you put a thermometer, you will find in case of mango there is a temperature of 35 degrees centigrade. So if you store this fruit, this take heat will cause all the physiological biochemical reactions in a higher speed, respiration higher speed, and that will deteriorate the quality of the produce. So this field heat, what is this called? A field heat, it must be removed. So this pre-cooling, the process of rapid removal of field heat, respiratory heat from the fresh fruit and vegetables immediately after harvest and before shipment, storage and processing is called pre-cooling. Pre-cooling to be cooled to a certain temperature depending upon the again fruit and vegetables. Certain fruits can be lower their temperature to 13 degrees centigrade, which are the tropical in nature, just like mango and banana, yeah, guava. Some other fruit and vegetables, say apple, grapes, spinach, can be bring the lower temperature to 0 degree centigrade. So depending upon the nature of the fruit and vegetables, they can be pre-cooled. So it is a first step in good temperature management. Pre-cooling is the first step in good temperature management. So what are the advantages of the pre-cooling? Inhibition of the growth of decay causing organisms, restriction of enzymic activity, reduction of water loss, reduction rate of respiration and ethylene liberation, and rapid wound healing. So these are the advantages by the pre-cooling. There are certain facts of the pre-cooling which must consider it before we doing the actual operation of the pre-cooling. Ethylene production and actions are temperature dependent. As I already told you, the temperature relativity, they are controlled, they are our friends. If they are not controlled, they become the enemy. So this ethylene production and action is temperature depending. A produce which is kept at 25 degrees centigrade and 30% relative humidity shows 3 times higher, more water loss than stored at 0 degrees centigrade and 90% relative humidity. So you find the difference between the temperature and relative humidity where we keep the produce also. So temperature and time, these are important factor in pre-cooling. The products produce must be cooled in the shortest possible time. We should not give the more time. If this mango or have the 35 degrees centigrade, must be brought to 13 degrees within a say half an hour. If we give 4-5 hours or more than that, then the temperature remain for quite a longer time and it will cause the deterioration as the quality parameters. So product cooling follow a logarithmic functions. Initial rapid cooling followed by slower cooling. In that case, a pre-cooling can be done to 7 to 8 of the recommended store temperature, and then the rest can be done in the storage itself. There is a half cooling time. The time required to reduce the temperature difference between commodities and the coolant by 1/2. This is called the half cooling time, and this depends upon the initial temperature. Say initial temperature is 36 degrees centigrade, so half cooling time is 18 degrees centigrade. At least initially, within half an hour, this temperature should be brought down from 35 to at least 18 degrees centigrade. And rest of the temperature can be brought down by pre-cooling or in the storage itself. So the greater the amount of packaging, the slower the cooling time. So packaging, either you can do packaging cooling before packaging or after packaging, then the packaging should be thin. So that should be easy to cool them also. Then factor affecting speed of the cooling, that is accessibility of product to the refrigerating medium, difference in temperature between the product and refrigerating medium, velocity of refrigerating medium and type of cooling. Depending upon this, the speed of cooling will govern that one also. Now I come to the methods of pre-cooling. How you can do the pre-cooling? Either pre-cooling can be done in the field itself. If you have some mechanic, some system or some arrangement for lowering the temperature itself in the here, just like a small cubicle of the framework where you can put the carbon dioxide and ice and put the commodity there, so temperature can be reduced in the field itself. Or you bring it the basket of the fresh fruit and vegetable after harvest to the packing out where you can do the pre-cooling. So first is the room or air cooling. It is heat is transferred by conductions, slow compared with other options, adequate space between stakes is required, and low cost is there. So that is the room and air cooling. Water or hydro cooling, you can cool it by water. Cold water is used. Here both also again the system is involved with the conduction or by convection. Faster than air cooling, does not dehydrate the product because of the water presence. Water tolerant packaging and more expensive. If you pack them also, then the packaging should tolerate the water, or should not spoil by the water also, and it is expensive compared to the room cooling. Then clean is also this clean and reduces the primary and inoculum load also, which on the fruit and vegetables by washing that can be removed the microbial load also. Then third is the forced air cooling. This is the modification of the room cooler, which is faster than room cooling, 75 to 90%. Cooling rate is depend on the air temperature, rate of air flow, refrigeration system, evaporative cooling. Disadvantage is desiccation of the produce because this humidity is low and this cool air that will absorb some of the moisture from the surface of the fruit and vegetables and cause the desiccation. So to reduce this desiccation, the cool air is humidified, so that will remove the desiccation system. Then vacuum cooling, this is the most rapid, you can do within 30 minutes and energy efficient. Airtight chamber, and you can evacuate the air. By this it reduces the pressure, lowering the pressure to 4.6 mm mercury, and then it is a boiling point of the water, so water is evaporated from the surface and gives the cooling to the produce. Of course it is expensive compared to other three methods. Then package or icing, sometimes the fruit and vegetables are packed and then put the ice on the top of it, the crushed ice or flaked ice, and when the ice melt, this cold water is cooled down and cool the products also. So top icing used for road transport just after harvest in the field itself also. Another is an alternative method of pre-cooling, that is a radiant cooling by use of solar collector during night. High altitude, if you go it, every 1000-meter high altitude there is a fall in temperature of 10 degrees centigrade. And night air cooling, that can also be utilized for cooling during transportation also.
After cooling, we go for the drying and curing. That now Dr. Khudia will tell us about the purpose and importance of curing and what is the mechanism involved in the curing of the fruit and vegetables.
Up this while pre-cooling, this moisture remain on the surface, that must be dry, either by air drying or by in a machine or by wiping it with the clothes. Can be removed this moisture also. Then curing is done. Curing is a process which help us to increase the shelf life also. So surface drying and curing process reduce the post-harvest losses, especially in the root crops, yam, sweet potato and onions. Curing is done at a certain temperature in a room, so it is have a natural wound healing process, forming a corky layer, protect against the water loss and infection by decay organisms. So the protection is done during the curing, and this tuber crops, root crops can be kept for longer durations with the quality. The curing of onion and garlics, a drying process. The excess moisture is removed from the skin and neck of the onion, either in the field or after the harvest also. So color of the skin is darkened, natural fungicidal compounds accumulate in the skin. You see the red color of the onion. The red color is due to the anthocyanin. This anthocyanin, by removal of moisture, is concentrated, and this concentrated become a fungicidal compound which are accumulated in the skin. They form the protecting layer and reduce the water loss and serve a barrier to the infections. So the drying and curing is also important. What are the mechanism in curing? What happened actually this one? Root and tuber crop, suberization is the actual process which occur in the curing. The suberin, a group of fatty acids which impart the protections, and a periderm, a corky layer is formed below this suberized cells, formed by layer of the meristemic cells, a cambium, and then seals of the damaged areas. Wounds are healed and they have the protection from the infection by the microorganisms as well as the water loss also. In curing of the citrus fruits, a lemon green fruit is kept at 13 to 14 degrees centigrade, 85 to 90% relative humidity for 4 months. So peel becomes yellow and thinner, pulp is juicier 60 to 80%, and soluble solid is also increased from 7 to 24%. So this is the mechanism and give the advantage also. So what are the factors that affect the suberizations? Factors are the temperature of the curing. If it is about 21 degrees centigrade, the effect is only for the 1 day for suberizations. Lower the temperature, the days are increased. 15 degrees centigrade, 2 days, 10 degrees centigrade, 5 to 8 days, and 2 to 2.5 degrees centigrade, that's more than 8 days suberizations. High relative humidity, better suberizations. Lower humidity, poor suberizations, and use of chemicals, sprout sprays is being used, then it inhibit the suberization process. So that factor should be considered into considerations before you doing this curing. The inhibition of the sprouting, the root and tubers, bulbs, crops, they sprout sometimes. Sometimes they keep for the dormant, but after some time storage, they start sprouting. So this sprouting will spoil the quality of the produce. So that should be stopped. In order to inhibit this sprouting, especially in root, tubers and bulb crops, they are source of carbohydrate, protein, vitamin, minerals. If they sprout, these reserve food are being utilized by the sprout and the quality deteriorates. And they are active after the harvest and not highly perishable compared to the fresh fruit and other fruit and vegetables, say fresh fruit or leafy vegetables like that. So the sprouting and rooting, they limit the successful marketing, they must be stopped, and for that the inhibition sprouting is most important. In case of the onion and potatoes, they have the buds enter a dormant state of maturity, can survive period unfavorable the plant growth, a dormant period, they call the rest period after the post-harvest dormancy. So after the rest period they start again sprouting depending upon the storage conditions. Say for example the potato starts sprouting after store above 4 degrees centigrade. If they store below 4, then the starch is converted to sugar, and both the sweeting and sprouting will cause the undesirable quality, and that must be controlled. So the curing is most important, these things also. Then inhibition of the sprouting, how we can inhibit the sprouting? That is use of chemical sprout suppressant, pre or post application, or by ionizing radiations also. So malic hydrojet being used as a pre-harvest spray, or sometimes the CIPC 3-chloroisopropyl and phenyl carbamate as a post-harvest, maybe dust, dip or vapor up to 50 ml to per metric ton can be utilized for its inhibiting the sprout. Royal malic hydride 0.9 kg per acre that can be spread in the crop itself. Ionizing radiations can be done at the rate of 0.02 to 0.15 kilo Ga, but its costing is high. So, and there is no damage, there is no health hazard from this. WHO 1981 they have concluded the irrigation of food up to 10 kilo Ga had no toxical effect also, and now you find this onion, wheat, potato are being ionized is a cool, and they space the sprouting also, and they maintain the quality and stop the deteriorations also. The another treatment, that is a waxing and surface coating, that also help to protect the commodity also. Sometimes you will find during the washing or handling the natural waxy coir is being removed, and that's why this continuous extra waxing layer is given, then can increase its shelf life. The objective of this surface waxing and coating is to replace the natural wax. That will reduce the water loss during shipment and storage, to give a cosmetic appeal, a good appeal, shining appeal, to cover up the minute injuries caused during the post-harvest handling, so that will also help to maintain the quality, to use as a carrier of fungicide and inhibitor for the better shelf life, and to protect against decay organisms. So this will are the objective of the surface coating. What are the waxes there can be used for a surface coating? Sugarcane wax, cardamom wax, silac or various resins, sucrose polyester waxes, water solubility and biodegradability, so being used. They are applied as a foaming, spraying, dipping or brushing. Foaming is more satisfactory because it gives a very thin layer coating on the surface of the produce. Waxing creates a modified atmospheric conditions, and that reduces the physiological and metabolic activities in certain fruits, that is a respiratory rate or other physiological activities, and maintain the quality for longer durations. The common surface coating materials which are available in the market, Semper Fresh, Star Fresh, Citracine and Paxol also.
Now after the waxing we apply some fungicides also, so that the fungi don't grow on the fruit, because we know the fruits are acidic in nature. There is a tendency to have the fungi growth into this. So what type of fungicides we use, Dr. Khudia will explain about this.
Sometimes you will find the surface of the fruit and vegetables carry the microbial load. There may be bacteria, there may be fungi also. This table showed the bacterial infections. Potato, sauerkraut, their casual organisms also mentioned here. Onion, cabbage, cauliflower, different type of rot or bacterial infection takes place, and this must be stopped. Otherwise they will cause the spoilage, and they cause the diseases also to human beings, those who consume it also. So how to control these bacterial diseases? Either we can have the chlorine in water, hypochlorite solutions that kill the bacteria. 2% sodium hypochlorite is sufficient, or 50 to 100 milligram chlorine, or 1 to 1.5 gram liter chlorine dioxide that can add to water, which kill the bacteria also. Sometimes the low temperature also help in the control of the bacterial diseases also. Then there are certain fungal infections you will find: apple, citrus, mango, strawberry, different type of fungal organisms which has been mentioned in this table. They also spread. Either these microbial infections come from the field or during the handling, because these microbial infections are available in the air, moisture, vapor, so they must come on the surface and that should be stopped. How this we can control this fungal infection? That is a strict sanitation in pack home to reduce the conidal rot. Any rotted material should not be kept in the packing house near the fruit and vegetables where we handle to them or market them or storage wherever also. So avoidance of injury also. Sometimes the injury is there and this microorganism can enter through this injury also. So post-harvest dips we can have with the systemic fungicide, Bandlate at the rate of 100 ppm, Benomil 100 to 400 ppm, Thiabendazole 200 ppm. So depending upon the commodities or which are the infection or the fungal, we can utilize these fungicide applications and control this microbial spoilage also. Now we come to the stage where this fruit has to be ripening start, and after ripening, over-ripening and senescence. So we want to delay this ripening and increase the shelf life of the fresh fruit and vegetables. So how to control the ripening? That is also taken place. So what is the ripening actually? What happens in ripening? The fruits which are harvested, which are matured, fully developed and growth, but they do not give the flavor and color which is required during the ripening. So the ripening transfer the physiologically mature but inedible plant organ into a visually attractive taste and smell sensation, and result of the complex changes, a qualitative change takes place during the ripening. So this fruit-based respiratory pattern ripening behavior are classified into two classes. There are climatic fruits and non-climatic fruits. The climatic fruit undergo ripening after harvest, rise in respiration during ripening, produce ethylene, and non-climatic fruits ripen on the tree itself also. So after the ripening, the fruits become for edible. They can be consumed because they give the quality in terms of color, flavor, texture, and they are become edibles. So these ripened fruits either put in the market, retailers, or we can storage for some days and then we consume, we bring at home and consume them also. So these are the treatments and the operations are required for the fruit and vegetables in order to keep them a qualitative produce in the hands of the consumer. Properly packed, properly stored, properly transported, then they can get the consumer the good quality fruits for their edible use or for further processing to the processor also.
So friends, we have covered the operations as well as the treatments, like what is sorting, what is washing, what is the characteristics of good packaging, and what is the how to control the sprouting of the things of the fruit and vegetable, what is the importance of ripening and waxing. All those aspects have been covered under this. With this information, I think you'll be able to cover the block completely. We have already requested you that you should finish one block in every week. So this takes care of the things of the block 2 post-harvest treatment with the things.